Hey guys, welcome to Larockscooking Adventures. I'm your host Larock, and today is a very special day. This day is so special because I received an email from YouTube letting me know that we had reached a goal of 500 subscribers. I gotta tell you, I was super stoked when I read that. I was so happy. I was feeling so blessed. The emotions I had almost jumped through the roof this morning. Super happy about that. We got two people in here. Excellent. Give me 1 second. Gotta turn this volume down here. I'm so tired. I'm tired. Okay. So, shout outs to YouTube, and most certainly, definitely shout out to you 500 people who took the time out to subscribe to this channel. It means everything to me. So thank you so much for that. Please do forgive me for any gaps or mistakes that I might make. This is the actual first live that I'm actually going to cook. Yesterday, I did a test run to try the live just to see how it worked. And it's going to do what it's going to do until I have to reach 1,000 subs to change up the way that I actually do these lives. So until that point, you guys got to work with me just a little bit. So what we're going to do, hey, Lex, what's going on with you? Shout out to the Philippines. It should be like around 10 a.m. there. It's 10:32 here in the States. What we're going to make today, guys, is a dish that I like. It's one favorite of mine. It's a pretty easy, simple dish to make. It's buffalo shrimp. Now, you can take these buffalo shrimps, and actually use whatever type of sauce you like. Like you might want a sweet Thai chili sauce or what have you. But the way to cook the shrimp is going to be the same process. But you could put whatever sauce or dressing it is that you like. What we have for ingredients is some panko, just some plain panko, some plain breadcrumbs, some Old Bay seasoning, some red crushed pepper. This is gonna go in the buffalo sauce itself. Some hot sauce. I'm covering up these names because I don't want to get sued for putting somebody's product out here on this tape without any permission. But you guys need to give me some some sponsorship, so I don't have to go through all that and tape up and cover up your names of your products, because I'm gonna use what I'm gonna use. So like I was saying, you can use whatever type of sauce you like for those crunchy fried shrimp, basically. We're going to do a cup of flour, some regular old flour. We're going to use the whites of 2 eggs, not the yolks. I'm going to use probably 2 tablespoons of butter. I think I got too much light going on here. How's the lighting look? The Vision of Beauty back in the house. Hello. Alma Elliott. Hello, Alma. Good to see you guys here with me tonight. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me get a little bit more comfortable. Take this off because it's a little bit roasty in here. That's me too. Somebody tried to tell me I always lick my lips and blow kisses in my videos. I don't be doing that. All right, so what we have here was the frosting is 1 pound of 2125 shrimp. Okay. Now, when you guys are going to the markets and you're purchasing shrimp, you'll notice that all the shrimps have a number. Okay, this number is 2125, and that number represents the size of the shrimp. So The larger the number, 3344, the smaller the shrimp. So 2125 is getting closer to being a little bit larger. Now your jumbo, super jumbo shrimps are like U15s. They're like that big. They the big boys. So what I'm going to do is these were frozen. So I had to defrost them. All they did was P&D'd it. They peeled the shell. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry. Let me put this camera down. Where's the number? 2125. It will be on the package, or somewhere on the package, like right in the front. Hold on. I'm going to get mine out the freezer and show you. Okay. Can you see that? 2125. That means 21 to 25 pieces of shrimp per pound. This was a 2-pound bag, so I counted out 20, 22, 23, 4 pieces. All right, now, so it's peeled and deveined, okay, which means they took the front half of the shell off. They took the front half of the shell off and just made a slight incision right here to take the little poops out, because we don't want to eat the shrimp poops. Now, this already, I can see, is going to be a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do is try to lift this up like this so you guys can see me. Now, don't do this at home. This knife is super sharp. Use your cutting board. There is a cutting board right here underneath of me, but you cannot see it. Again, trial and error and working with what YouTube is allowing me to do. So I have to make these live streams until I reach that 1,000 subscribers on this computer, not on my mobile phone, which is what I use to do anything else. So what I'm doing is simply opening up the shrimp. And the reason why I want to open it up some more is so that all of this texture gets coated and breaded. It looks nice. Now, if I were to do a stuffed shrimp, you would need to butterfly your shrimp and do it like that also. But we're not going to stuff this. We're just going to fry it. Okay. So, give me 1 second. I'm going to just slice these really fast. And then we're going to get into the breading process. Now, for the breading process, you're going to have 3 stages of breading. You're going to have your first flour set, which is just going to be your flour and your season. Then you're going to have your egg wash. And then you're going to have your third stage, which will be the flour, panko, and breadcrumbs. And then from there, it's just going to go right into your fryer. All right. Any questions out there? Where's the number? See you googly eyes shrimps in the building. Thank you, Vision of Beauty. Thank you so much. Again, guys, let me tell you how, super happy I was this morning to see that email from YouTube telling me that we had reached the 500 mark of subscribers. I wouldn't mind to get 500 more in the next 30 days. Can we make that happen, guys? Can you help me to obtain that 500 more? I'll be your best friend. Are you guys? Who's all in here? Say hello to me so I can see who you are. I can't really touch the computer too tough because I got my hands all up in these shrimps. All of them shrimp guts. Today was a long day. The Larocks took Rico Larock to the pumpkin patch. We put out a little video for that maybe tomorrow. It's in the middle right now, sending it to Nana Larock. Just before I jumped on this live, it's late already. I'm a bit tired. I'm tired. It is what it is. I'm tired. Okay. We're almost done with these little scrimps. All right. Now, these aren't going to take no more than 5 or 6 minutes to cook. And these are a really, really good dish. If you just want to have a snack, if you want to make it an appetizer for a party, or if you just want to have it as an entree. Shit, I've made these a few times just to have them as that. Might want to make these and impress a guest, company, your kids, your husband, your wife. Say, hey, I learned how to make this on Larocks Cooking Adventures. And they'll be like, wow, you're like a professional certified chef there. Okay? Because the things that I make, I try to make it easy for you guys. I really do. I mean, I could do this stuff with my eyes closed. The things that I create on my show, each one of us has a different talent and a different skill set when it comes to cooking. Like I cannot do the things that wifey Larocks do, the things that Poppy does, and or Nana Larock. We all have a different skill set when it comes to this food game. So there we have it. We have all our shrimps pretty much butterflied. They're ready to rock. So I'm gonna take this first bowl, this one here. Let me see. What can I do? Does that work? Can you? Okay, you can see somewhat. Okay, that works. And then we're just gonna use for the first bread station, we're gonna use 1 cup of the flour. And guys, I really don't measure things. I'm only doing it for you. So that 1 cup should cover this amount of shrimp. I promise you that I'm only doing this for you because I would have just put the flour in there. But I want you guys to, hold these recipes accountable. Say, hey, wait a minute, Larock. I cannot create this because your recipe just says, put this in it, add this. So I'm trying to give it to you real. All right, so I'm going to season the shrimp with the Old Bay. Just like that. Just one time. Then I'm also going to add maybe a teaspoon into the flour itself. So here's a teaspoon. Okay, boom, like that. You guys see that? All right. So that's all that's in there. Now, you don't have to particularly use Old Bay per se. It might not even be available in your town or city or wherever you are. But this is basically a seafood season. That's all. In particular, we use this here in Baltimore for crabs. Crab season, buddy. Maryland is known for the blue crab. And it's a big deal. All right. I'm just going to mix that in a little bit. Don't do this either at home unless you have those skills. You're going to mess around and have flour all over your counters and all over the place and just make a really huge mess. And that we don't want to do either. Right? I can toss things like this. I've been doing this a very long time. So I kind of got a handle on how to do things like that. Especially when it comes to the knives, guys. I tell you all the time, please do not try to cut like me unless you have great knife handle and great knife skills. Now, when you're flouring products, you always want to keep one hand wet and one hand dry. And the reason why is you don't want to put your wet hand into your dry flour, because what that ends up doing is, one, makes you look a disaster and makes you look a mess, for one. Two, it then gumps up and gumps your flour up and makes it all lumpy. And that you don't want when you're doing nice things. You don't want lumpy flour. Bang, like this, and just like this. Any questions down there? Okay, no more questions? Good. Let's just keep pushing. Whoa. See that? Guys, I got to tell you and be honest. I was really, really nervous to do this live video. I don't know why. I've done it on my Facebook account for the past 10 years easy, but it was just something about doing it here live on YouTube that had me super, super nervous. Excuse me 1 second. I just need to get some paper towel. So while we are breading the shrimps, I've got the oil pan over here heated up on a number 7. So that oil's getting nice and ready. And then I have another pan for the buffalo sauce itself. This is so simple, guys. I mean, I promise you when I tell you that it is super simple. I promise you when I tell you. All right, so get some gloves on. Yeah, still remember, keep one wet, one dry. But this isn't going to matter right here, right now for me because I'm going to use both because I have plenty of gloves and this is what we do here. So, but when it comes time to breading, I'm not going to double dip like that. So you just want a nice coating on your shrimp. Nothing too spectacular. And boom. Okay. Like that. Yeah. Just breaded shrimp right there. Okay. The next step is the egg wash. I'm gonna get rid of this. Sit that there. And the egg wash, so we use this bowl. Okay. Actually, you're gonna need a little bit of milk. I did not mention that part. That part. So you're gonna take the 2 yolks, right? You're gonna crack them. I mean, not the yolks, but the 2 eggs, crack them, and keep only the white part. We don't want the yellow part, the yolk. I'm not heavy on eating yolk, period. Like, I really like the egg whites. Yeah, I'm just gonna separate that like that. Like that. Now, there are plenty of uses for these yolks, like when you're doing baking and stuff like that, but I don't need that right here, right now, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm going to put a second one in here. Now, what the egg whites do when you're frying things is it makes things really, really, really super crispy and crunchy. That's where that nice texture comes from. Okay, so we got that. We're going to add a little bit of this hot sauce to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then a little bit of these red crushed pepper flakes. Just a little bit. Like that. And a little bit of milk. Maybe 1/4 cup. Bam. Okay. Oh, adventure. Just flip that up like that. Looks nice. Now, there's actually 2 ways you can do this. I'm going to do the latter. I'm just going to take these shrimps here and just throw them directly in there. I'm just going to skip and save some time. Versus taking it in, dredging it, pulling it out one by one like that. Like bing, bing, boom. Nah, I'm just going to take the shrimp out, shake off the excess breading, and just put them all in there. A little bit of vinegar will turn that milk into buttermilk. So I'm going to add just a little bit. Now, this stuff doesn't have to go into your recipe, but you can because that's what I'm going to do. Just a little bit of vinegar, just a little bit. And this is apple cider vinegar with mothers in it. So bam, that vinegar and the milk just made buttermilk. You could just use or buy buttermilk, but if you have the ingredients to make the product yourself, you just should do that. Okay, so next step is to take the shrimp and get them in this egg wash. Any questions so far? No questions. Very good. Hopefully we're moving right along. We have 8 people in this room with us. I thank you all for being here. And again, shout out to the 500 people who subscribed to my channel. I love you guys. So we're just going to knock off the excess flour off these shrimps. Scrimps, as they call them around here. Scrimps. Scrimps? Prawns, as they're known in other parts of the world. Just get rid of these extra flour, like such. We're almost there already, guys. This just takes nothing. Very easy and simple. But the results are incredible. This is something I used to buy at a particular box seafood restaurant. It's one of my favorite places to eat. I won't say their name, you know, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Because it has seafood in it. But yeah, every time I went to this said seafood restaurant, very common, I would order the same dish every single time. You know, it's a place where you go and they got like fish tank when you walk in the joint. Very common. You guys probably know who I'm referring to. They have this shrimp dish there, and I get it every time. And then I just ask them to place on the buffalo sauce. Like the dish didn't come with it, but I just request that. So boom, this is that. You see how that looks? See, that was almost the perfect amount of, look at that. I'm trying to see the perfect amount of batter. Look, like that. Okay, now we're gonna move on to third step. And that's, so I'm gonna use a half a cup of flour, breadcrumbs. We are going to do, what is this? You can't see these numbers. Half a cup. I'm going to do half of a cup, which is a quarter. Like that. And the rest. So. Basically just with flour and dredge your camarones, like such. Remember, one wet, one dry. Don't mix them up. Because we do not want this flour here to be all gumped up, like I said earlier. We're going to drop this heat down because this oil is super hot. I smell it. Smell like we got a deep fried restaurant going on in here. Please without it. So we're gonna just take these shrimp and just drop them in the deep fryer. So now actually I'm gonna have to increase the flour to another half cup and just go ahead and make that a full-on cup, and then put another half of breadcrumbs in here and make that a full half in order to finish out this dish. We got a problem. We got a solution. I'm gonna add some more Old Bay in here. Maybe 2 tablespoons. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. This grease is super hot. And then just gonna get these things in the fryer. Skip the time, skip the whole conversation about it. I'm tired. I'm tired. Shout out Drizzy. Tired too, my dude. I don't know what he was screaming about. He was tired in that song, but I'm tired of this everyday hustle. Okay. Again, big shout out to all you guys who view this channel and subscribe to this channel. Guys, we're going to get better. Just need a little bit of time. You know, we're not used to doing this. I'm certainly not used to doing it like this. I've done it on my Facebook blog, but that and this is 2 different beasts. Like, now I have to, like, really be on my game over here on YouTube doing this. Whereas Facebook, I just did whatever I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. I didn't care. And I cussed. I cussed on Facebook. But I'm definitely refraining from doing that on YouTube. I don't want no problems with YouTube. With no problems with no sponsors. With no problem, which I don't have, by the way. Let me be perfectly clear. I don't have any sponsors. Looking for some for sure. But yeah, I don't want any problems with them. So whenever you're ready, I'm here. You know, sponsorships can help me get these things together. Production can help with the production, can help with the editing, can help with actually having the product. You know, all that type stuff. Yeah, stuff you need to run a successful channel. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm over here tripping my own self out. Okay, so we're just gonna take these and put them here. We're gonna get rid of this so it's out the screen. Okay. Bing. 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 Super hot. Bing. 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 These. Don't want to let your oil bubble over, because then you'll catch a quick fire. And that we don't want to do. Okay, guys. Bang, bang. Okay. So now this texture and color is coming out, you know, brown from the, I'm just going to get rid of these. It's coming out brown from the breadcrumb. So you're getting that breadcrumb color. Where that panko is nice and white and it comes out, you know, a lot clearer. So while that's doing that, we're going to go ahead and get to making this buffalo sauce. Can you see that there? Okay. We're going to take about a cup of that. Not even a cup, a half a cup. Okay, just put it in like that. We're going to turn the rear on a high heat, and then we're going to take a quarter of butter, 2 tablespoons, like that. Now, what the butter does is it tones down the hot sauce. And we're going to take some red crushed pepper seeds. That was about a tablespoon right there. Okay. Now you notice I took the shrimp off the heat because, number one, the temperature was too high. I think that oil's been sitting there getting hot for way too long. So I just took it off, and it's just frying right there in the pot, as it is. And that's okay. So you're gonna bring this sauce here to the boil. You're gonna bring it up to a boil, and then reduce that temperature, and it's gonna be ready to rock. And then when the shrimps are done, and like I said, shrimp is, you know, it's a thin food, so it's not gonna take long to fry. It's probably done right there, right there. Let's see. Where's the cutting board or something? A small one. I'll just use this real quick. See, look. Yeah. And no temperature, but like I said, you know, it was too high anyway, so that's what happened there. Frying anymore. It is a little bit, very little bit. And you guys see that? See the sauce in the back? Boiling. That's ready to rock and roll. These shrimps, done. Okay. We're just gonna take these out. Sit them on this oil. Like that. Like that. Like this. Hi there, Daddy. Okay. Yeah. Bam. That's that. Like I said, you can put any type of sauce on there that you like, you know. Let's see, we can get a little light there. Bam. We're just gonna take those and toss them right in the sauce. Boy, that will choke you out, that's for sure. So take these, bam, bam, bam. You don't know what you mean to me, girl. Rest in peace, Prince. Baby, yeah. Just fix them around. Like that. And that's that. Buffalo shrimp. Ooh. Ooh. I've done it again in hot sauce. Dang it. Ooh. And that's that. Guys, thank you all for watching. If you like this video or found it educational or just pretty much laughed at my retarded self, excuse me, Mom. I'm sorry for saying that. My mom would kick my butt. She heard me saying that word. I apologize for saying that word. Let me say, silly behind. How's that? Let's see. Let me see how we can do this so you guys can get a good look. Does that work? See, this is what I'm talking about with this Facebook situation and that 1,000 subs. I gotta be all crazy with it, with the camera. Because it's actually on the computer. It's on a laptop. I'm looking silly, then I'm on. Putang and I'm on. Okay, so bam. There you have it. Buffalo shrimps. Am I getting a good picture here or what? Ow! Keyboard down. Thank you guys. Thank you all for tuning in and watching and being entertained by my silly self. Please subscribe, like, and share. Make sure you smash that like button and make sure you get these videos out to your friends and family. We're looking for all that support we can have. And the shrimp are even typing to you guys. Now I'm typing to you guys. And that is it for us. Larocks Cooking Adventures for sure. And product missing for sure. Okay? And a little bit of hair missing too. What's going on here? Shout out to all those guys who like do hair extensions or something like that. Please holler at me. Let me get like a free trial. Can I get like a 30-day trial or some free hair or some shit? What's going on? All right. Peace. And are you sure you want to end your stream? Of course.